Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Man the Maker and welcome to a new Let's Play for Old World. Game just released into early access today, if you're watching this live. It is potentially a Civ killer? I don't know, those are big words. It's a 4X game in the vein of Civilization, but with a little bit more character, a little bit more humanity to it. Think a little bit of Crusader Kings kind of merged in there, as well as a bunch of kind of unique ideas and systems. Something I'm really looking forward to. I had a hankering for a Civilization game, but I didn't really want to play Civ itself, and at the gates kind of disappointed me a little bit, and this looks like it might hit that note that I'm looking for. It is developed by Mohawk Studios, featuring Soren Johnson, the lead designer, I believe, for Civilization 4. So that gives me hope. That gives me hope. I'm very much looking forward to it. We're going to just go ahead and dive in. I played the game a little bit because when they first released it, it was a developer build, and I recorded that, and I was like, let me just check this again, because I have a suspicion, and sure enough, there was a 1.5 gigabyte patch ready for me. So we are here. I've got a little bit of knowledge. Let's just go ahead and dive in. New game. Boom. Right off the bat, we can tell one thing. Okay, limited leader pool. Well, the game is called Old World. That means that it only takes place in the Old World. I would say probably not going further in the Dark Ages, though I don't really know the scope of the game. But we can see we've got Assyria, we've got Babylonia, Carthage, Egypt, Greece, Persia, and Rome. And what's interesting is, like, not only are we playing as Rome, but we are playing as Cyrus. We are playing as Philip, and they will marry, and they will have kids, and they will die. And then you will play as the heir. So this is what I meant by, like, kind of Crusader things. There's families in here and personal relationships to some degree. I don't know exactly, but we're going to find out. And I think what we're going to do, I mean, we're not really going to look too deep into the mechanics. I'm just going to go ahead and play as Persia. I have no idea if they are a stronger one or not. I have a feeling that Greece is strong, but just cheaper settlers is always good. I have no idea if the bonuses here are that useful. But the reason I'm going to play them, well, there's two things. One, I'm reading a book called The Silk Road, which kind of traces human history through trade. And Persia features prominently in that, being located center between East and West in the Old World. I also recently listened to a Dan Carlin hardcore history podcast about the Persian Empire is it called King of Kings? I don't know. Dan Carlin, hardcore history, fantastic stuff. If you're into history, I definitely recommend checking it out. It's like 20 hours about this. So it's in my mind. So we're going to go ahead and play it. What do? Well, we start off with ironworking, we start off with trapping, and we start off with husbandry. Fair enough. Okay, we don't need to know much more about that. We have unique units that are ranged and mounted. We got horse archers. That's always pretty strong. And then we got families. Now, we're not going to look too much into what this means just yet. It is one of the more unique mechanics, but there's a lot of unique mechanics. So we're just going to go ahead. We're Cyrus. Boom. Next. Now, we're going to play ourselves on Noble, right? Game's going to be a little bit harder. We might die. We might just die. We might just die. We'll find out. But I like the challenge, so we're going to go for it. Everything else is just going to kind of keep on default. Seaside is tentatively based off of the Middle East, which, you know, is kind of where the Old World was centered. So let's go ahead and start the game. Barbarian level chosen under advanced setup affects the number of empty city sites near capital. Oh, and there you have it, folks. There you have it. First thing off the bat, we can tell, hey man, city site. We can only build here. Yeah, that's true. You can only settle cities in predetermined locations, though there's a little bit of variety in there. I can tell we're very much we are by the sea this time. This is different than my previous start. No horses and no iron, which makes a little bit sad. But lots of food. I mean, what is this? We've got dyes over here because it's squid, and we got crabs, we got sheep, we got wheat, right? We know those things are good. Not a whole lot of mining situations, but okay, fine. I think we're just going to stay right where we are. You can see that our borders move when we move. This would make us lose the wheat. Excuse me. We're just going to probably start right here. So first thing we got to do is we got to pick a family. We got 4 to choose from. We got riders, we got hunters, we got clerics, and we got statesmen. So what does it mean? Well, before we even get into that, we can take a look up here and notice that this is our stockpiles. This is our resource collections, and they are global. There are some city-specific resources, is maybe not exactly the right word, but something like that. City-specific things, but we share our iron, we share our wood, we share our stone, food, money, science, and civics are all shared. Training rate. You can imagine what these are all for, right? Probably for building things, making military units, feeding armies. Food is not growth in this game. Science is science. Civics is used to develop specialists and finish projects and enact like laws, and some religious stuff is done through this. Training rate is used to train military units and upgrade them. Luxuries I don't actually know. We can imagine. It makes us a little bit happier. So, riders. We get a little bit more training rate. So we're a little bit better at the military thing. Cities are always connected by trade, I guess, by roads. Mountain units are better. We can build units that require horse, camel, and elephants, and we gain a scout right away. So it's an interesting choice because we don't actually have any horses, camels, or elephants. And I'm assuming that our unique units do need that we won't be able to get them for a while. These also give a little bit of that training. Camps and nets, 100% output. We do have, we do have two places here. That would give us extra growth and extra food, and this would give us extra culture and extra money, and it's a luxury. Interesting. Range units get sniping, unlocks hunt. We can also be clerics. All cities gain +2 civics and -2 discontent. It's basically like unhappiness. Disciples spread religion. They are built a little bit faster. Your religious buildings have more output. And you found a religion, which is kind of interesting. And then the statesmen. They give additional orders, which we haven't talked about yet, but is a huge part of the game. Extra civics per family level. You gain a treasury, which just gives you money. We can unlock a decree, which we don't know what that does. And on siege, just gives you 400 civic right off the bat. Just boom, 400 done. I'm gonna do what I did last time. I think we're gonna found a religion right away. Let's just found the religion. We're gonna probably want assassin in here so we can make units that require horses. But for now, just this. Also, we can only have 3 of them, so one of these we will end up without. It's somewhat tempting to go with the hunters here, which I had not considered before, because they do give this bonus to these things. But no, we're going to found a religion. Boom! Judaism has been founded in Persepolis. Beautiful. Orders are an important feature of Old World. Units can move multiple times each turn, but each move consumes 1 order. Other actions also consume orders. Many orders can be seen in the bottom left-hand corner of the screen. Recommend to select your first worker and begin to improve your land. So yeah, that's the thing. We can, this guy, okay, I selected the Slinger. Range unit, they can shoot far. Got it. Even further if they're on top of a hill. Worker, build improvements for your cities. Gather raw materials, provide training or culture. The worker, we can see, normally you can just move here, but it costs 1 order. I can also just go here and it'll cost 2. And I can go here and it'll cost 3. And I can go even further, but it will cost for 1 more of his movement possibilities. So we can see, he kind of moves 2. So by moving 1 more, it'll cost an extra order. So it'll cost 2 instead of the 1 that it costs to move from here to here. And it costs training. So you can move extra far, but it will cost you. So that's an interesting thing. Now what we can look into. So the way that buildings works, I mean, we're going to go build a pasture. I'm just going to tell you right now. Because we're Persia. Persia gets bonus orders from pastures. That seems nice. Sheep give +1 growth, that is, and +5 food. And enables ranchers. So we're just going to go here. And we can just we can build it immediately, which is really nice. I mean, not immediately. It takes 3 years, 3 turns. Boom. And we've got our scouts. They can see far. Very, very clear. Very obvious there. We can look into our city. Now, we have a citizen down here. This citizen is costing us 4 gold. can see that there. There's a right now. You can. I love that. You can middle mouse button click, and it'll hold the tooltip open. So costs us 4 gold and eats 2 food and gives +1 orders. He's not doing a whole lot for us right now. But once this is built, we can turn him into something, and then he'll start actually giving us more bonuses. So like the buildings out here, I don't know that it'll just give us +1 growth and +5 food. We'll have to kind of pay attention there. Or if we need the specialist to actually be there to gain that. Well, we'll take a look. We also, here's our growth. We need to reach 100 to actually grow. Culture, when this fills up, you gain a happiness event, a positive, not a happiness, just positive. Discontent, when it fills up, bad things happen. Yeah, so we don't want that to happen. It does build us a city or a settler right away, so I think we're just going to let it do that. What's interesting is we can see here, these units take growth. We're not growing at all because we're building this. If we're building a military unit, or a militia rather, a disciple to spread our religion, scouts, workers, settlers, they all take growth. These take training, and this takes civics. Eventually this will flesh out, and I don't know what else we'll find here. But yeah, it's interesting that it's spread out and very obvious as well. So I think that's it for the city screen for now. I think this shows you what our city is adding to our total. It does. Cool. Now we can choose research. We get our choices. This has been the same, honestly, every time. We can choose to build or unlock quarry. This lets you build a quarry that can get you some stone. We're not generating any stone right now. Stone is used for wonders, maybe other stuff, but I know it's used for wonders. It's better if it's next to a mountain or if it's arid. We don't have mountains nearby. Shrines are kind of the religious buildings. And they'll give you culture to make your cities happier. You can have mines that are just much higher output. That's pretty nice to have. This one just gives extra orders. This one gives extra money. And this one just gives a lot of culture. Not bad. Treasury just gives you just straight up money. It's a project. And just gives you... So I guess it's... I don't actually know. It doesn't say how long it takes to make. Maybe it's something that you have to keep doing. It does cost something. It costs stone. Maybe once you build it, then you just get +10 per year. And you can also build granaries. Makes farms better. They do cost timber every year. I guess it's okay. We're going to go with stone cutting. Stone seems pretty nice. And next unit, we can now move our scout. We got some basically goodie huts here. Let's go check them out. Monuments of Law. Our explorers come across a series of weathered monuments lost in the undergrowth. Upon closer inspection, the structures appear to be inscribed with the laws of a forgotten city. What should we do? Send sages to learn what we can. We can just gain 100 civic or 150 stone. Well, considering we're not making any stone right now, and I feel like our stone production is going to be hampered, let's just get the stone. Oh, there are horses over there. There should also be a city site exposed to us. There is a city site exposed to us. And so we will, build that city. The capitals, they recommend it. It starts with it. I see no reason to change it. More cities is more better. Our scout, you can come down here and explore the next point. Despoiled ruins. Scavenging through the ruins, we found significant amounts of stone, iron, and wood. However, local raiders could reach the ruins by nightfall. We can't fight them off, but we can carry some of the loot back home. Which of the 3 would you like to bring back? Stone, iron, or wood? We don't actually have more stone. Sure. Do I have any idea if this is a fool's errand that I'm doing? Looks like there's another potential city site over here. And that's the end of the year, except we have no orders. We can get married. We're not going to do it now because we don't have enough. The Arcid family is converted to Judaism, but our state religion is not yet Judaism. That should be noted. Let it be known. You continue exploring. We also have this guy. We've got a Slinger. Now, we can promote him, right? Right away we can promote him and use some of this. And I'm going to do that because then we can make our guy a general. I think he can then start leading this. So We can choose between guard, extra defense, garrison, fighting an urban, steadfast versus barbarians, shield bearer, bonus versus range. I mean, steadfast seems fine. Our Slinger unit has been hard at work training for battle, and they are ready to take orders. Will you take the role of general? Yes, of course. We are now leading this. Can I? Oh, you cannot move when you're upgraded. We found barbarians as well. In 29 years, they are going to get stronger, so likely we will want to try and stop them first. We're just going to go exploring. Harvest some resources. He has moved on to some ore. Harvestable resource. So scout can spend an order to yield a small amount of materials. So we can spend an order. Boom. And we just gained 9. Seems good. There's some horses here. We can spend an order and gain money from them. But we are out of moves for you. But not out of order. Yes, actually, we have nothing to do. Cyrus, get married. Great. A new marriage proposal from Arsasid has arrived for King Cyrus the Founder. So, the family that settled our city is going to try and marry us. We got Roxanne the Younger, age 20. She's a scholar. That Wisdom 3 there. So, Wisdom is a trait. Not a trait. Yes, you can see here. Courage gives a bonus to training rate. Wisdom gives a bonus to science. And I want Charisma. Let's say Charisma gives a bonus to civics. So, Roxanne the Younger here. Dowry will give us 3.5 additional orders for this turn, plus the Arsacids will like us very much. She's cunning. And you, Horsebane, you are a zealot. You got a bonus to charisma, but -2 to wisdom. So we would get more civics, but less science from you. But you are a general, and you'll give us more orders. I mean, we're going to go with the younger, I think. Y'all are the same age, but this one is only a +2 difference, and losing the science doesn't feel good. Global +5. Global +3. Charisma 4 will give us a bonus +5. Now, we're going to go with the younger. We'll take the extra science. Tutorial marriage. You've accepted a marriage proposal. Yeah, so we will also try to make an heir now with her. You, however, I mean, we can move you. What's nice is we can literally just move you all the way out here. We cannot attack. We can attack? How can you move so much? You're so fast. We can also promote you again, but we're not going to do that. Launch offensive. Reduces the cooldown if the closest 5 units and gives +1 orders for each one. Reduces the cooldown. I don't really know what that means. You can attack this guy? If I just click him? Indeed you can. +25% for this guy because of the steadfast as well. Nice. Can you do it again? No. You could move. You cannot move. Next unit. Yeah, move over here. Harvest me some horses. We are going to just make sure that we're not missing anything here. It's a little bit of annoying to spend my time on that. But it's fine. Right. I guess we're just done with our turn again. End year. We're now married. Hooray. We've been attacked. I did not expect. Apparently they can... oh, you're a skirmisher. Okay, well, we'll just keep attacking you. Apparently attacking ends the turn. But we're still doing quite successful here. I think I'm not... you can kind of come back here and check that out, or just go look. Haughty emissary. A haughty barbarian warlord strides into court demanding an audience who declares that the Banes will permit you to befriend them, but only if you recognize their superiority. Friendship will benefit us both. The Arsacids will not like us. We treat only with our equals. We get peace because we have over 2 courage, or our blades speak with us. We get legitimacy, but the Danes go to war. We'll have peace. So we've met a tribe. Tribes are... we can have barbarian alliance with them. Turns to complete. You get a 2/3 chance for an alliance event and a 1/3 chance for failure. And it costs a lot. Requires diplomatic leader. Well, we've met these guys. They're kind of like city-states, if you know Civilization. They're a little bit like that, but I don't really know much more than that. They're kind of like a minor civilization. So you're out of moves. You're done. Well, why don't you just come down here? Yeah. You want me to remove trees? That seems like a terrible idea. Come here and throw me up a farm. That seems good. We can now look into you. So if I wanted to, do you have additional growth now? +1 from pasture. Okay, so you do give a passive benefit. You're giving us additional food per year now because of the pasture. But if I want to put a specialist in there, does it tell me? We'll get additional food, additional growth, additional orders, and science. There's everyone. It says rural specialist. Any specialist that's in a rural building just gives +1 to science. You know, they're working on the tech. They're trying to figure out what they're doing. They're trying to do better, you know? We're not going to go in and do that just yet. So that's actually pretty interesting. Just the improvement on it will give you a bonus. So these both will give growth and food. I mean, growth is always pretty great. So cool. That was my timer. I think we will put a cut into here. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I'm really excited for where this is going to take us. I really don't know. This is as far as I've played, basically. So I really don't know what's going to happen. But everything, it feels good. It feels tight. The art is beautiful on those events. I wish there was a little bit more music, but that's fine. I'm intrigued by the way the systems are all going to play out. It seems pretty cool. It's a little bit different from Civilization, but familiar enough but different enough. And I like that. I'm really feeling it. So hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you have, don't forget to subscribe. I got lots of videos coming out all the time. You don't want to miss that. And hit that bell button as well if you want to be notified. You can also like the video if you like what you heard. Dislike it if you think it's dumb or I'm dumb or whatever. You're just in a bad mood. It's your world. Down below you'll also find a link to the Discord if you want to join our little community, as well as to Patreon if you want to support the channel, and to my Twitch channel if you're interested in streaming. I stream a bunch of different stuff. Hope you guys enjoyed it. We're going to continue this series on until the end, one way or the other. Maybe we're going to lose, maybe not. I got a good feeling though. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I say for the third time, I'm really hopeful that you've enjoyed it. What can I say? And until next time, my name is Man the Maker. Take care, everybody. Have a wonderful day.